Deadzoners, to this Way to Fire YouTube battle report, where today it's just me and I will be playing through the Nexus Psi Solo missions, and we'll start with mission 1, which is First Contact. I will be taking the Rebs through this scenario, and they'll play through the whole campaign, which is 4 linked scenarios, and you'll know that from the Nexus Psi supplement. And we're against just the zombies. They're the only opponents I have, so artificial intelligence is what they're meant to be using, but they call it artificial stupidity because they're zombies. So first mission, First Contact, 100 points of Rebs. The idea is that we are located, exploring what's happening on Nexus Psi, and then lo and behold, as if we didn't know what's going to happen, some zombies appear. So let's see what my force is like. So my force is going to be led by an Indige infiltrator here, 2 troops, 2 rebel troopers, 1 rebel Sorak, who's now a troop of course, another Indige troop. Now I think the troop ones are going to be the ones with the guns in the air. My specialists are a Rin Nomad and a Teraton Shot Trooper and a Z. I don't know why I put a Z in there, but you know, I thought we'd try out all the different sort of models that we've got, so I don't expect him to do very much, of course. And I will be playing against this horde of filthy zombies. And of course, I will be using my famous blue dice. Are any of them 8? Yes, there's an 8 there. Look at that. So this is the battlefield I'll be playing over. There's an industrial complex. I've tried to sort of make it quite dense. Obviously there's no shooting coming back at me, but I want to give the zombies as much cover as possible. I'm also going to play this at the harder level, so I can't leave this central area until I've killed 8 zombies, and my goal is to get off of this table as closest to me here, which is a more open area. So let's have a little scout around the battlefield. So we've got zombies around the edge, up this side here. We've got zombies hiding out behind these buildings. Slightly less zombies at this end of the table. That's the way the mission is designed, so that there's more for you to get through to sort of get out of the area of the map where you actually need to exit the field. A few more zombies around the back here. Again, all of these have been set up so that they've got some cover. There's no clear shots straight off the bat. I think it's a bit unfair to try and do that. And this is where my guys are deployed. They don't look very many, do they? Oh my word. So you've got a couple of troopers there, sort of laying down fields of fire. We've got the Sorak with his blaster, which I hope he is going to sort of bounce these around, these zombies. I've got my Z, who might be Operation Z Shield, I think he might be useful for. My Indige there. My Rin Nomad, I've got quite a lot of hope for my Rin Nomad. Obviously he's got the ability to lay down quite a lot of fire with those pistols, and then he's quite useful in combat as well, so I think he might do alright. My Indige infiltrator, who essentially isn't going to do much in this game. His splat is essentially worthless because it only counts for shooting, of course, and there's not going to be any of that in this entire campaign. And then my Teraton Shot Trooper, who again has got a reasonable shoot, but more importantly can really deal out some damage in combat, and obviously he can teleport, so I think that might be quite handy to sort of deal with zombies and pull them off to different areas of the battlefield that to draw them away from the rest of my troops. Anyway, we'll see how we get along. So round 1, this is what I got from my command dice, so almost a perfect roll really, so 2 extra shoots and two extra activations. One of those was a fight, which I re-rolled for an extra activation. So in this scenario, what's going to happen is that the zombies will move whenever I move or whenever I shoot. They will sort of move towards the area the noise is created. You can block that though by using an extra activation dice, which will be quite useful to sort of slow them down when I don't want them to move to certain areas. So actually I think this is a pretty good starting set of command dice. So we're going to start by doing something very, very cheesy, which is using my Z. He is going to shoot with his 7+ shoot stat with his pistol at this zombie over here. Now the idea of that is I don't really want to use one of the models that could actually shoot something better. So I'm going to fire with him. He needs 7s to hit, so let's see if these magic 8s on the blue dice come up. Oh no, but he got 1. That's not bad. So for defense, what we're going to use is I'm going to use the white dice for the zombies. 3 dice obviously for a zombie, and survives on 6s. So he has survived, of course, on the 8. So that zombie isn't dead, But what that will do is it will add a dice to the noise test, which counts for later, and then all of the zombies within 4 cubes of him of the Z will move 1 cube towards him. So the idea of that was to draw some of these models out so that then I can hit them with my better shooters. And I'm not wasting an activation, of course. Now that may have been a mistake, because as you can see he was in the middle of the battlefield, so therefore every single zombie could hear him, and they have all, even the ones around the back here you can't see, have all moved towards my little guys. And obviously they haven't killed anyone yet, so they can't leave that area, so we are just going to have to lay down some fire. So I think the way we're going to do this is that we're going to use this Rin Nomad here to shoot this zombie that's in the open. Well, not quite in the open, I've tucked his hand just behind, so it's not a clear shot. So 4 dice, hidden on 4s. I'm going to roll the 3 dice in white for the defense as well, which are 6s for the zombie. So we've got an 8 there for shooting, so that's 4 hits, and we've got an 8 for the zombie. It's going to be pretty unlikely to save, so he doesn't. So that zombie is dead. And then going to be pretty sneaky. So the way I'm reading the rules is that if I play an extra, it's at the end of the activation that the zombies move. So if I play an extra shoot dice now, ta-da, I will still only get to activate them once. So I'm then going to shoot this other zombie here, which is actually a clear shot with his pistol against that guy there. So we will have a pop at him. Again, we will roll a dice to save for the zombie and for shooting, this time with a clear shot. So 5 dice, hitting on 4, defending on 6s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and 1 survives. So that is a dead zombie there as well. So we'll take him off. And that will be the end of his activation. Unless I wanted to move him somewhere, but that might be madness. Obviously I still have to stay in the deployment zone for the moment. But then I'm going to play an extra... Yeah, actually we're not going to play an extra activation. We're going to let all the zombies move now at the end of activation to come a bit closer. And then I'll probably play these extra activations later to stop them zooming in and give me a chance to splat them a bit more. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of zombies coming in, isn't it? So they've all come forwards. Obviously you are charging after the shooting from that Rin Nomad. You can't quite see it. Those 2 zombies at the back there are actually in this tower block here, but I can't bother to put my fingers in there. This Indige is now going to shoot at this one in the open, this zombie in the open here, and then I'll play a shoot dice and shoot this other zombie in the open here. So 5 dice obviously for in the open, hitting on 5s, and 3 dice saving on 6s for the first zombie in the blue jumpsuit. That's rubbish. 1 and 1, that is absolutely abysmal. God, rolling like Ross Diggle or someone. Well, we'll use our shoot dice. So we'll shoot at, not the same one again, I guess. We'll shoot the one in a white jumpsuit this time. It's not much better, is it? Oh well, never mind. So much for Indige's ability to do anything. So, well, they didn't die. 2 clear shots on vulnerable zombies and didn't manage to kill them. But we will try and stop ourselves being killed by lots of zombie death by playing extra activation, which negates their movement into the cube. So that saves me at least for now. Okay, I am really worried about zombies attacking me now. They could really have done with thinning their numbers a bit there. So I'm going to use this Red Trooper to clear shot this zombie in the white here. So it'll be the same as we did before, hitting on 5s. Really? Well, I got 2 and he saved 1. They are vulnerable, so that does kill him, but I'm going to have to start rolling a bit better than this. And then I'm going to play my extra activation again to negate their ability to react. And I'll come back with the Rebel Sorak, who's going to do something pretty snazzy, I hope. I wish I'd kept extra shoot dice for him now. So this Sorak with his blaster is going to shoot onto the zombie coming straight at him. It's a clear shot, so he's going to hit him. He's going to roll 5 dice, hitting on 5s. Doesn't do any actual damage, we're rolling anyway. And now I roll some decent dice. So it does hit the cube, it hits the model. Everyone else in that cube, which is this one, gets moved backwards 1 cube and pinned, so that's going to slow him down at least. And the one, my target one, will actually go in a random direction. This could be fun. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So really, not a 1, 2, or 3 would be good. 4, not great, but not too bad, I guess. So he goes flying over this way and is pinned as well. So at least, now they're all going to react, those 2 won't come charging in to fight. Wow, this could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. So obviously that was where the shot was fired from. So a bunch of zombies have moved into there. Obviously they draw in as well from our area. So these ones ended up coming into these guys. The ones that were in that tower block actually didn't come across and hit these guys that I originally thought they would, because they want to go down on the lower level. So they're underneath this building here, just tucked inside there. And we had one other zombie come across the top here who's already up on the back level. So he's come across and attack. Oh, actually, no, he's not attacking that territory, is he? Because he would want to go down. Oh, it's 50-50. So he could have gone underneath through the hole there and down into the lower level. But actually, I think we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Then we're going to move him into those guys. He would want to eat a Territon, wouldn't he? I mean, turtle soup. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so we're just going to randomly start with the combat. So we'll start with this Territon one. So that is 1 zombie moving in. He gets 4 dice for having moved in. My Territon is going to fight back at him. He's going to fight back, so he's fighting on 5s. The zombie's also fighting on 5s. Zombie gets 4 dice, 1 extra for moving in, as I just said. The Territon gets 1 extra because he's bigger, he's size 2, and another dice because he's got a friend in the cube. So let's see how we go. It's all on 5s. And what do we get? 1, 2, 3 for the Territon and 1 for the zombie. That is a dead zombie. So just to remind you as well that we have been keeping a track of the dead zombies. I need to kill 8 before I can leave the cube area, and I've been keeping a track of noise. So that is why those dice are down there. So we'll remove that zombie. And we've now got 4 dead zombies. Right, now we get onto the nasty combats. We'll do this one first, I think. So we've got 2 zombies there. So the first one, we'll do the one in a blue jumpsuit. He's going to go in and he's going to fight the Indige infiltrator, not infiltrator, just the Indige trooper. So he is going to get 3 for base, 1 for going in, 1 extra for having a friend, and that friend has Horde. So actually he's rolling, ouch, 6 dice. My Indige is going to roll just 4 dice for having 1 friend there. Okay. Now the Indige is fighting on a 5, and surviving on a 6, so he's going to fight on 5s, and obviously so is the zombie. So let's see what we get. Oh, those fabled 8s, the blue dice, that's what we need. Okay, so let's take out what we don't have. Oh my word, I think he might have done the damage here. Oh, there's an 8 there for the... Oh gosh. So what have we got? We've got 4 blue and 3 white. So actually, we managed to take down that vulnerable zombie. That's pretty good indeed. So 1 more zombie bites the dust. But of course we have another zombie in there. So that other zombie is also going to fight. So he also moved into the cube. Yeah, I guess just thinking about it, we didn't do that right. I should have done 1 zombie at a time, shouldn't I? So let's just do the zombie now. So let's assume he walked in on his own. So he's obviously he killed that last one anyway. We'll do the other combat in a minute slightly differently then. So he gets 4 dice for going into the cube, and I get 4 dice with my Sorak also for having a friend. So here we go again. 2 for the Sorak and 2 at the minute for the zombie 2. So it's a straight draw. Well, that's okay, but obviously as the zombies start piling in, that horde is going to start mounting up against them. So just go back to the combat. I've just moved some of the models out a bit there because obviously we should do 1 at a time. So we're going to do the zombie in the white jumpsuit first. He's going to come in and attack the Sorak, and if he survives or kills the Sorak, of course, then the other zombie will move in, and so on and so forth. So the first zombie gets 4 dice for having moved into a cube, and the Sorak gets 4 dice for having a friend. Sorek only fights on 6s, so he's actually going... I'm going to have to fight, I think. We're going to fight him on 6s, and the zombie's obviously fighting on 5s. Oh, was it a bad decision? Yeah. Because the Sorek is wounded there, so it's 3 hits for the zombie and 2 for the Sorek, so a wound, but he's still alive for the Sorek. But, of course, there's going to be some more zombies coming in just a minute. So this second zombie's now come in, one here in the army uniform. He's going to attack that Sorek already. So this time though, he's going to have 6 dice. 3 for himself, 4 for moving in, 5 for a friend, 6 for that friend having Horde, and 7 actually for him being wounded. So geez Louise, I think this Sorek might be in trouble. Although we managed to roll some 8s, I do like that. So anyway, what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the zombies, and at the minute we've got 3 for the Sorek, but 2 of those are 8s. Come on, blue dice. Come on, blue dice. He gets another one, 4. He has survived. Wow, it's an actual draw. Well, we do have another zombie coming in now, though, but I think someone's going to die in a moment. But it's pretty good, pretty good. Okay, here we go. The last of those 3 zombies has joined that fight. He is also fighting the Sorek, who is wounded. So he is bringing a mighty 9 dice for that zombie. So 3 of his own, 1 for moving in, 1 for the opponent being wounded, 2 extras for his friends, and his friends have Horde, so another 2 dice for that, to a total of 9. And obviously the Sorek will be rolling 4 dice for having a friend. Okay, here goes. Let's see if we can get lots and lots of 8s. We do get a few 8s, but they're not on the right side. So that is no successes for the Sorek. He is officially dead. But to be honest, the fact that the human trooper isn't dead as well is almost a victory. Almost. So in a bold move, this rebel trooper has moved down off of the building he was on with the Teraton. And this space is actually free, so he's going to take a clear shot at that zombie there. And the idea is that he will draw across the zombies that are inside that building. He will also draw across some of these other zombies. This one, unfortunately, will end up in combat with that trooper, but that is a price that has to be paid, I think. But then by freeing all of those up, I might be able to do something else, he says, optimistically. Anyway, 5 dice. 5 dice hitting on 5s versus 3 dice surviving on 6s for the zombie. So that's 4 hits versus 1 save. That's a dead zombie. That takes a total of 6 dead zombies now, and 5 dice for the noise test later on at the end of the round. Reactions to that? Well, all these guys are locked in combat, so none of those are going to move at all. This guy is going to move. He is going to go closest. Now, it's sort of 50-50, isn't it? They take the path of least resistance, so I guess it's both of those. So we're going to do a 1 to 4. He goes and joins the combat there, and a 5 or 6 he moves into this other cube. And he joins the combat. Oh dear. So that guy goes in there. That is a full cube of zombies. Ouch. He is probably dead. So 3, 1 extra for going in. 1, 2, 3 friends. And another 3 dice for them, each having Horde. So therefore, lots and lots of dice. Do you know what? That's a terrible roll, though, isn't it? Oh my word! There's 1 success in there. Well, let's see what the human can do. He's killed a zombie. That's amazing. That's genuinely a terrible roll. Well, okay. 1 inept zombie, as if any of them are ept at all. Is that a word? Inept, ept. Anyway, so he is dead. Wow. Surprise, surprise. So, following that shoot action, this zombie moved up, and you can just about see inside there, there's some zombies inside the building, which are 1 cube away from leaping out of these windows and eating some more humans. So, we're going to start pulling these zombies around now, I think. So, this Indige infiltrator is going to move to here, and then he's going to clear shot inside there onto one of those zombies, and obviously that'll start pulling them back. They're not actually in the cube that they look like they're in the one beyond, because I couldn't reach inside, so that will then pull them back to roughly where they are, and then I'm hoping that obviously next turn I'll kill him before he comes out. We'll see if that works or not, of course. So Infiltrator shoots on a 5 with 5 dice for the clear shot, and the zombie's defending on 6s. 2 survives and 2 hits at the minute, but there's an 8 there. Didn't manage to do it, so he's not killed. So both of the zombies move up, but neither of them actually come out. Any other movement? Yes, there is some other movement. So this other zombie here will also now be pulled across this way because of the sound. But there's no other zombies in play, actually. So no, all the others are all locked in combat. I have killed a total of 7 zombies at the minute. I need to kill 1 more, and then I can start to leave the combat area. So I'm going to move this Teraton down from here, and then he's going to shoot one of the zombies through the window there. You can just about see one of those zombies in there. Oh, just a little bit clearer there. Obviously that will then pull this zombie into combat with him, but I have a friend there and I'm bigger, so I'm hoping that the one zombie that will be pulled across will be killed, and obviously it'll pull the other zombie, hopefully just the one surviving zombie, from in there back across towards me again, sort of playing sort of catch a mouse with these zombies. Catch a mouse, is that a phrase? So Teraton, just 3 dice, hitting on 5s, and the zombie surviving on 6s. Oh jeez, 1 hit and lots of saves. So that zombie is not dead. They're going to be pulled back across into that cube, and this zombie here will obviously, he's the only other one who can move, will come and join this fight. So that will be a, obviously we're adding another dice to the noise test as well. That will be a 4 dice for the zombie moving into the cube, and I will get through, well, I'll fight back with my Teraton. I will get 3, 4 for a friend, and 5 for being bigger. And it's all on 5s. 1, 2, 3 for the zombie, and just 2 for the Teraton. But the Teraton does have a point of armour, so he is okay. But I could really have done with killing some of these blooming things. But anyway, that is going to be it. The only other activation I have left this turn is this Reb Trooper, and I think he might just stay where he is and activate and do nothing, because if he tries to leave, he'll be killed. If he tries to fight, he'll be killed. And actually, he's locking down these zombies from reacting to other things, and it's probably more useful doing that just at the moment. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the noise test. So it starts with 3 dice, and then obviously I add the extra 6 that I added for noise during that round. So it's going to be quite a bit of noise. This is a 4+ test, and then we'll see how many zombies activate. Lots. 8s explode, so there's one of those being re-rolled. Okay, so take these ones out. 2, 4, 6 zombies get to activate. So there are 7 zombies in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you can see down there, and 2 inside the building. So we've got 6 successes. So that means that everyone activates, but we don't spawn any extra zombies. I'm not 100% sure that I was playing that right, whether when I shot earlier on, whether these zombies in this cube with this human should possibly have activated to fight him again. I'm not really sure. I've read the rule a couple of times and still not quite sure. First time I've ever played with artificial stupidity. But we are obviously going to activate everybody now, so all of these guys are going to activate and move or fight or whatever they do. So we will start, I think, with the guys inside. They're going to move out. Where did they go? Ah, they've gone down that way. So they're now in there. So they are going to move out. They've got 2 choices. They've got this cube with the Teraton and the human in, or they've got this cube here. So it's a 50-50 which one they go to. Obviously, only one of them can join this cube anyway because it's already full. So the first one, 1 to 4, will join the cube with 1 trooper. No, he joins the other cube, and on a 1 to 4, the other one will, yeah, so one's going to join in to this fight, and one's going to join into this fight. So this zombie piles through the window and joins the fight. How scary is that? You're busy fighting off these zombies, another one leaps at you from the window behind your head. I've just realised I've been playing Horde wrong. I mean, how embarrassing. I mean, geez. So what I've been doing wrong was I've been counting... I haven't been doing Horde wrong, actually. I've been doing outnumbering wrong when Horde players are in there, which is weird. So I will get 3 dice for that zombie moving in. An extra 1 for moving in, obviously. I'll get 1 extra for having friends in the cube, but that will take it to 5 dice, and then an extra 3 dice for each of the additional zombies because they have Horde. So that's a heck of a lot of dice for a start, and for what it's worth, the human's going to fight back on 6s because might as well. And he is dead. 1 dead human. Wah, wah, wah. Now, we already said we would do this extra activation first, so this zombie is going to join in here, because obviously all these other guys are now free to activate as well. Those 3 that hadn't done anything, so they will start to activate and go towards other combats. But we'll do this first one first. So we've got 1 zombie join the fight, so he gets an extra dice for moving in. He has a friend, and that friend has Horde, so he is rolling a total of 6 dice. There is a Teraton, who is size 2, and that Teraton has a friend as well. Okay, that everybody is fighting on 5s. Teraton gets 4 of those. At the moment, there's 4 for the zombies, but there's 2 8s and 5. But he's saved by his armor, so he is okay. Zombie to activate is the same one that's in the cube with him already, so we'll do that one next. So he's not rolling quite as many dice because he didn't join the fight, so he gets 3, 1 for a friend, and 1 for that friend having Horde, and it'll be exactly the same for the Teraton. So here we go again, pretty much a rerun of what we just did. Oh, not good for the Teraton. 2 at the minute for the zombies, 3 for the zombies. That is going to put 2 wounds onto the Teraton, because he soaks 1 with his armour, but 2 wounds for Teraton. Bad day for Teraton. So those 2 zombies have activated. We have a bunch of extra zombies here to do, and then obviously we have 1 zombie in there with the Z and so on. I think we're going to take 1 of these zombies into here because they actually will reach their capacity when they get 4 in there. So another zombie joins the fight. He starts with 3. He gets 1 for moving in. He gets 1 for having friends in there, and 2 of those friends have Horde. He also gets another 1 for the Teraton being wounded, so he's rolling a total of 8 dice, and the Teraton is still rolling just the 4. Okay, this is really pushing it for the Teraton now, but we will see. Oh, he tries his best. He gets an 8, but so to do the zombie. So let's take out all the rubbish dice first. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And we get the 8 re-rolled, no good for the Teraton, and the 8 for the zombie re-rolled, oh dear. So that is 4 dice versus 2 dice. The armor takes another 1, but that takes him over his threshold, and the Teraton goes down. It is bloody, bloody for the Rebs today. So that last one is also going to move in there as well. He's going to activate and move in to fight there. So this guy is really in trouble. He is going to have a lot to deal with from these zombies. So I mean, he's pretty likely to die. So he's going to fight back on 6s for what it's worth. He gets 1 6, and the zombies get 3 hits. So he is also down. Oh my word! These Rebs are really fading fast now. Maybe I could have survived with the Teraton before, but to be honest, surviving against zombies is really rubbish because all they're going to do is just keep piling more zombies in on you. Okay, so over this side we have these guys to activate. They are going to move here. So the first one's going to move in. I guess before he moves in, we probably should have the one that's in there already fight. That's what we did before. So the one that's in there is going to fight. He's going to fight the Z because the Z is rubbish. So he's going to try and do that. He is just going to roll 3 dice, whereas the Z actually gets 4 dice because he has a friend in the cube. The Z's going to survive on 6s, and the zombie's fighting on 5s. Whoa, that is a serious hit from the zombies. Ouch. So he gets an 8 there. So 3 versus 1. That's a dead Z. Oh, well, I don't know why I brought a Z, but, you know, he's dead. So there we go. 1 dead Z. That did work, didn't it? Now there's going to be another zombie move in, and that's really going to start to hurt because obviously as he comes in, he now brings an extra dice for coming in, an extra dice for a friend, and that friend has Horde. So he's rolling 6 dice, and my Indige is just having 3 now because he has no friend with him. And the Indige will be fighting on 6s, I think. No, fighting on 5s, so here we go. 5s v 5s. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It looked good when I first looked at the blue dice, but there's an awful lot of badness there on the white dice. So there's 2 8s and for the white and 1 8 on the blue to re-roll. Oh, they did jack, didn't they? That was a success, that was the blue. So 2 successes on, for the Rebs and lots for the zombies. That is a dead Indige as well. Oh my gosh, where is my Reb army? Right, well, we've got 1 zombie left to go. Well, he has only really got 1 target, and that is to go up here and fight my Rin Nomad, one of the few models that the Rebs have left. They might just be running off the board, I think, here. Okay, so we have 4 dice for the zombie moving into the cube, of course, and we have 3 dice for the Rin Nomad. Now, Rin Nomads are pretty good. They fight on 5s, but they do have Frenzy 1, most importantly. You know what, I think I had a weight of fire before and I didn't use it when I shot him, didn't I? I've not done very well today. Okay, well, he's going to need the Frenzy. So he gets 2 hits, and the zombie gets 1 at the minute. 1, thankfully just 1, because he's vulnerable, so that is a dead zombie. And finally, after all that, this is the challenge scenario, but I have finally killed the 8th zombie, so I can now leave this central 8 cubes that I was in. Not that I have many men left to do it with. Okay, Death or Glory. So that Rin Nomad is going to shoot one of these guys that's in the open. He gets height and clear shot. Okay, I'm going to remember my weight of fire this time as well, and I'm shooting on 4. So all of those to hit. Right, okay, 3 hits, a weight of fire, 4 hits. The zombie gets to survive on his 3 dice. He gets 1 survive, so that is a dead zombie. Yay, how exciting. Now before they activate, I get another short action left. So his next short action is to move 1 cube there. So I'm then going to play my extra activation so nobody reacts to the shot. Then I'm going to move this little fella in here. He's going to take a clear shot at that guy. Why go in there? Why not just go up here? Yeah, then he gets the height as well. So 3, 4, 5, 6, lots of dice. And he is shooting at that zombie there. And we can see there's an 8 in there as well, so we'll re-roll that one. So that is another dead zombie, because I'm shooting on 5. So 3, 4 versus 1, and they're vulnerable, of course. And that is 1 more dead zombie. I am then going to play a move dice, and that guy is going to move over here, staying well out of the way. At the end of his activation there obviously was a shoot, so all of these zombies will move 1 cube towards where the shot was fired from, and that means pretty much directly. I have 2 into this one and 2 into this one because they're sort of equidistant towards where he's going to there. So there those guys are, and keeping the idea, of course, that they're not standing in the open for no good reason. They are all still in cover. And that is actually it. That is my entire turn, because I only have 2 models left. Ouch. Really did get battered, didn't I? This is only round 2. I've got a fight dice, which I can't use, because I obviously activated one, and an extra dice, which I could use if someone ends up in combat with me, but that looks pretty unlikely, because obviously we're going to do our noise test with 2 dice for shooting and 3 base for that. And even if everyone activates, they're only going to move 1 cube, aren't they? So they're not actually going to get into combat with me, but they might spawn some extra zombies which might prevent my getting off the map. So really my only goal at the moment is to get off the map, because as long as I get at least one fellow off the map, then I will win a scenario. I really would like the Rin Nomad to survive, because he gains experience, and if his shoot stat goes up, he could be really powerful. The same for the Indige as well. I really would like to. I've only got 2 commanders in my campaign army list, so I don't really want to lose one of them, because it cuts down my options, obviously, for builds later on if he is permanently incapacitated. Okay, well, let's see what happens when we roll a noise test. So 4 pluses for the noise test. Oh, just 1, but it does explode. 2, 3, which is less than the total number of zombies on the map. So the zombies all activate, which means that they'll all move. So they're just going to move up 1 cube each, aren't they? These ones are going to end up having to stand in the open. Now, oh, you're facing the wrong way, zombie. Go and munch the people you want to munch. But no extra zombies are spawned, so that's probably pretty good, because I am very close to getting off the board, which is what I want to do. So here we go, start the next round. Command dice for round 3, still get 4 dice, of course, still got my Indige Infiltrator, but I know rerolls because it's well below half of my faction strength. Splat, absolutely useless. Extra move, and shoot. Actually, not too bad at all, I think. So, let's do some of that there shooting, I guess. So we'll start with the Rin Nomad. He's going to probably do 2 shots and try and take out those 2 zombies right in front of him. Although, are they the right ones to kill? That's a good question, isn't it? He might actually not do that. If I take the shoot dice though, then I won't be able to use the extra move dice, and that's important. Oh, dilemmas! Actual dilemmas! No, we need to kill these zombies, I think. So we are going to... Do we really need to kill these zombies? 1, 2, 3. He can't quite get off the board. So, alright, he is going to go 1 and then 2 with his normal move. And then he's going to use a shoot dice. If I position him, he's still not going to get a clear shot onto any of those, unfortunately, but he does want to take out one of these closer ones. So he's going to use a shoot dice there to try and take out one of those. Okay, yes, that will... that's madness, isn't it? If I do a shoot dice, then they will move, but they will move anyway because they can see him. I am an absolute coward. I really want to win the game, so I'm going to move him 1, 2, and then a move dice 3. I'm not going to shoot my guns, and he's just going to move over there to safety. The real cheat of that is that because he didn't shoot, models that can see him at the end of his move will move a cube towards him. Now, none of those zombies can see him, so actually he's going to stay pretty tidily hidden away there. And then we are going to do a 1, 2, and a move dice again. You can see I had 2 of those move dice to move my Indige Infiltrator off the map and effectively win the game, but obviously I still need to get my Rin Nomad off. I could probably have put them both in the same cube and try to stay safe and get them both together with an extra command dice, but I'm pretty confident he'll survive. Okay, so let's do the noise test. So none of those zombies have moved at all because I couldn't see anyone at the end of the activations and there was no shooting. But because I did move, I do add 1 to the noise dice, so that's 5 noise dice and 4 pluses. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. So 2 8s in there. So 3, 6, so that's more than the total number of zombies. So all these zombies will activate. They'll all obviously move towards the Rin Nomad, and then I'll get to deploy 2 extra zombies on the map somewhere. So they might be useful, they might be miles away. We'll have to see. Okay, there you go. There's the zombies having moved forwards, and we will now spawn. On a 1 to 2, it's the left of camera. 3 to 4 is the back. 5 to 6, it's the right hand side, and 7 to 8 down this side. Okay, here we go. Let's see where they come. 1 on the left hand side and 1 on the right hand side. Okay, so this could be important. So slightly pointless, but the zombie on the right hand side would have 1 at the top end and 8 at the bottom end. And he comes at number 2. So he is absolutely miles away down there. Okay, but this time we do have another zombie to spawn. And if I get an 8 for this left hand side, he will end up entering the cube of the Rin Nomad and fighting him. So maybe I should have left my Indige Infiltrator there. But anyway, I didn't. And let's see. 8. And it's going to be a combat. Also miles and miles and miles away. All the way up there. Right. Okay, I think my Nomad is safe. We will roll for what it's worth. The command dice. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely useless. So he is just going to walk off and end the game. Dun, 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 dun. So at the end of the game, my only 2 survivors are my Indige Infiltrator and my Rin Nomad. Right, well, I guess let's go for a debrief at the end of that game. Well, that was certainly bloody, wasn't it? Yeah, it's the first time I've played with Artificial Stupidity. The rules are good, a little bit tricky to follow sometimes, I think. Like, I'm not sure if I did the fights right. I think I probably should have generated more fights for those extra activations when I was shooting around people who were locked in, zombies that were locked in combat. I'm not quite sure. I think the result was pretty close, obviously. I lost a lot of my troops. I mean, I only had my Rin Nomad and my Indige Infiltrator left at the end of the game, and even then they just basically just ran off, and I was lucky I didn't have any extra spawn zombies to try and escape from. I liked it, it was fun. I played the challenge scenario, so it was much harder. I had to kill 8 before I could start to run away. I mean, if I'd have just had to kill the 4 in the basic one, I could have done that pretty easily, I think. I think I've probably done that with the first 5 models I activated. So I could have started to sort of drift off, and certainly like the Terror Type could have teleported away without any problem, and that would have started to then pull the zombies out of the middle as well. That would have been helpful. Obviously when they're all like close linked in and you can't go behind them, it makes it tricky to then pull them out of position again, although I did a little bit of that with those 2 zombies that were stuck in the building for a while. So that certainly was a challenge. It made it very hard, and I'll probably try and do the challenge one for each of the scenarios that we do, because it'd just be more interesting to do that. So yeah, that was pretty tough. And I think don't underestimate the zombies, definitely. You know, I got some pretty naff rolls at certain points, but some good rolls at other points. Maybe I was a bit too trigger happy earlier on, firing with that Z. Yeah, it did sort of work in bringing them all in, but it brought every zombie in because it was right in the middle of the battlefield. I guess if I'd have thought about that a bit better, I could have had one model stuck at either of the sides of my deployment zone, used them to fire, and then they would have pulled the zombies sort of out of position to the left or the right, and sort of created maybe a space in the middle to then run off once I'd killed the right number of zombies. But yeah, it's pretty hard actually. Obviously I had a lot of dense terrain. I purposely did that as well so that I wasn't getting clear shots. Even when I did get clear shots, I didn't actually always kill the zombies. But I just thought that again it would just create a bit more of a challenge for me to try and take them down. If you're getting clear shots against zombies because they're vulnerable and that saves only 6, you should be taking them off 9 times out of 10 at least. But yeah, that was pretty tough, and I think, you know, we get experience points for those models that survived. We were on Exploration Table Solo Campaign in any other setting, and I'll update you with what that means now. So thanks very much for watching. You'll see the campaign details in a moment. And like, comment, subscribe, follow us on the Facebook page, and listen out for the Way to Fire podcast as well, which we'll be getting another episode out for you soon, I'm sure.